The battleground was declared in May 2021 as King Misuzulu succeeded his father, the late King Goodwill Zulu. An urgent court interdict and a public opposition that did not seek to keep the royal affairs private as expected. Instead, it was imposed on King Musizulu on live broadcast. As things stand, Prince Simakade Zulu and his allies in the royal house, who are siblings of the late King Zwelithini, are lobbying against the current king. This battle resurfaced after the premier of the royal house, Prince Musuzulu Buthelezi, previously said that the issues of who is the AmaZulu king were sorted out. However, there was a dismissal of Prince Buthelezi's statement that prevents King Misuzulu's coronation after the mourning period of his late mother, Queen Matfombe Dlamini. Just after the mourning period of 3 months is about to end in few weeks' time, Prince Simakade has resurfaced, claiming that he stands by his previous stance and dismissed Prince Buthelezi's statement. He accused him of destroying key elements of his letter, where he said that if the seniors of the royal family call him to the throne, he shall ascend and lead AmaZulu. According to the royal house hierarchy and succession, it is usually the oldest son of the wife, who was also born from a royal family. She has royal blood. That is why King Misuzulu is the chosen leader at the moment. He is the oldest son of the wife from the royal mother, whereas it is not the case for his opponent. Another issue is that King Goodwill Zwelithini instructed the royal family to pay lobola for his late wife, Matfombe Dlamini, Misuzulu's mother. Prince Buthelezi said that was a sign of approving Misuzulu as a successor. Prince Simakade was born out of wedlock, and that alone nullifies his claim to the throne culturally. However, his allies claim that by mere virtue of being raised in the royal house, he is the late king's oldest son. He is a deserving successor as he knows the ropes in the royalty. This battle challenges King Misuzulu's fitness and kingship qualities. He has to win it despite him going through the deaths of his parents that happened in a close range. Right after the mourning period of his father passed, his mother eventually passed on. She was the acting regent at the time. As if his woes were not over, a new battle ensued. There was an uprising that challenged his position as rightful heir, a battle that stung on his fresh 2 wounds. Before he knew it, he had to run for his life as he sought refuge in his motherland. It was not long before his place of strength, Eswatini, also experienced power struggles, and it is currently under threat. Eswatini is where he was raised and groomed to become the king's successor. He now counts on the seniors and the faction that supports him in the divided royal house. Prince Musuzulu has been a strong influence to him. He is adamant that King Misuzulu is the rightful heir despite all the challenges. It is a norm for upcoming kings to be nurtured, protected, and groomed the way Misuzulu was raised away from his Zulu home. However, in most instances, there is always an uprising when a new king has to be appointed. The tensions in the royal family have been submitted to the KwaZulu-Natal Premier's office. Prince Simakade has asked the protection as he fears for his life. It is now a matter of the strongest team to win. Although royal battles can be ugly, the matter is up to the courts. Host King Musizulu has called for an urgent meeting once the lockdown restrictions get loosened, following Prince Simakade's latest stance.